T minus 30 seconds. T minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yo, all these thoughts keep me up at night. Yeah, what am I doing? Did I do it right? Yeah, all these thoughts keep me up at night. Yeah, I can't think straight, need the light. I need to breathe, get me up and out of the sheets, onto my feet. Another cup of coffee in me, that's what I need. My eyes puffy, I can't see. I'm too tired to function, but too lost to sleep. Hey, I think I need to be on something medication. I think I need to figure out the segregation. I think I needed just a better education to understand a world that's so complicated. Intoxicated, every night faded, just so I can sleep thinking that it's hated. I feel hated, I feel hatred. I'm lost deep in my mind that I've created. I have dreams when my life is devastated. Feel so real that I wake up shaking. You think it's skin cause this life is no haven. Nod your head if you get what I'm saying. All these thoughts keep me up at night. Yeah, what am I doing? Did I do it right? Yeah, all these thoughts keep me up at night. Yeah, I can't think straight, need the light. Yo, all these thoughts keep me up at night. Yeah, what am I doing? Did I do it right? Yeah, all these thoughts keep me up at night. Yeah, I can't think straight, need the light. I don't really think I understand this world now. Got my head spinning round in a circle. Everybody lacks what they need internal, so they compensate with everything external. Not trying to throw shade, no way. I'm just trying to find the meaning of life. Hey, there's happiness if you try to live the right way. Forget about what others have and live your life. Hey, be aware of who you are, what you're good at. Take a step forward, see where your foot's at. Stand tall, stand proud, talk loud. Every word out your mouth has purpose now. You just gotta get rid of the bad thoughts. Hating others cause you know that they got a lie. Forget that though, you got plenty, you're alive in this life. You got time, go get it. All these thoughts keep me up at night. Yeah, what am I doing? Did I do it right? Yeah, all these thoughts keep me up at night. Yeah, I can't think straight, need the light. All these thoughts keep me up at night. Yeah, what am I doing? Did I do it right? Yeah, all these thoughts keep me up at night. Yeah, I can't think straight, need the light.
Hey guys, please. Hi, Clouds. I was trying to say hi to people as I was bebopping in the chair. Let me know if you can hear me real good. I have a different setup that when I listen and we listen to Jim's live that he did today, we are going to go ahead and hopefully have a little bit louder volume. I'm noticing that the closed captions are not appearing or transcripts for a lot of this. Hey, Arlene, how is everyone doing? It's a great Sunday. Great. I'm glad you can hear me, Susan. Thank you. Thank you, Betty B. So I thought I'd come on. Jim has done a few videos. Jerry Ann has done a few videos. And I thought I would just take the time to go ahead and go over one of his videos. Tammy, you're hotter in Phoenix. Oh, my. I think I seen someone just say it was 100 and something degrees. It is really hard to keep up, so I apologize if I do miss any of that. Woof, the heat wave, 103. Tammy, I couldn't right now. But I'm so happy to be back. I just sometimes get a little discouraged when I go to like play a video for you and the volume is real low. So I've been trying to work on that. And there's a couple of other things that I am working on. But gradually you'll see things changing. So I just wanted to let you know that. Tomorrow, 115. Wow. 108 in South Texas. Wow, Sandra. Yeah, happy Sunday, y'all. So let's go ahead. I'm going to share my screen. And I do speed Jim up. He's going to be at 1.25. If it's still a little slow, I'll go ahead and I'll speed him up. Yeah, Jim mumbles. I know. We're going to test this out. I want to actually, hey, Nurse in Pink. I just actually want to see if we can get him louder. So let me go ahead and bring it here and see what we can do. I'm hoping it works. Right now we are in the mudroom and you might hear birds and such. The back door is open. Hi, Udine. How is everyone doing? I hope you're having a great day. Let me know when you could see good old Jim's face. Oh, did I hit start? Nope, I hit. Sorry, guys. My internet has been a little slow, so I do apologize. And it might be because of what I'm trying to do. Okay. It's just going backwards now. I have to say the weather's been pretty mild here. I think today was like 82 or 83. So I definitely will not complain about that. We do have some rain coming up here. I want to say maybe Tuesday. We've gotten some really harsh rain where we've had flooding in the backyard and hold on a couple seconds. You see it's spinning there. This is how my internet's been going. So hopefully it'll connect real quick. Us either. Summer's been brutal. I'm in Oregon, severe heat wave. Wow. Wow. I'm just happy not to have a heat wave right now, but I definitely am not ready for summer to end. Okay. But still showing a blank screen to everybody? Oh, let me stop him. Let me try to view it in StreamYard. Tell me this is not going to work. Sorry, guys. It is buffering, so it is definitely trying. I have a speaker connected, and wait till you hear. I mean, you could hear him great, but view it in StreamYard. Let me see if it'll let me do it this way. Nope, it's buffering. Wonder if I refresh them. Yep, Tasha's right here next to me. Say hi, Tasha.
Hello, everyone.
She is right next to me. Now, hopefully, this will come up. If not, I might have to disconnect some Bluetooth here. It's still buffering for you. I still see it. Everyone's saying, hey, girl, hey, hey. Come on. All right, let me try to close it out and do it again. 1 second, guys. I'm going to try to close it out and do it again. I do apologize. It is something new that I am trying. I'm getting into StreamYard. They can still hear me, right? Yeah, okay. Wait a minute, what am I missing? Jean, hey, Jean, how are you? Yeah, it's buffering here. Oh, you're buffering too? Is it Sunny Skies? Is that yours buffering or is it just mine? Is other people having any problems with the internet? I'm trying not to stress. It's just so, I mean, I had it all me to the stream. There we go. Okay, can you see me and hear me now? Lost me. I'm always getting deleted. Arlene, I've never deleted you, so I'm glad everyone is being patient. Yes, thank you, because I really wanted you to be able to hear this, so that's why I tried so hard to do it. If it doesn't work that way, then I'm just going to have to go the low Jim voice. I didn't bring up YouTube. Yay, I'm back. So what have you guys been thinking about all these videos that you've been watching of Jim and Jerry's? Because they've been a little difficult for me to watch. I have to be honest with you. Sometimes my first reaction is not the best reaction. So sometimes I have to sit back and kind of sit and wait on a live, because this way I can not say the first thing that pops out of my mouth, because sometimes that's not always the best thing that comes out. It is loading right now, YouTube again. Oh, Angie, I'm sorry. You're bored here. I'm sorry. I'm really trying to get it going. I can't watch them anymore. I tune in here for the review. Thank you. All the videos seem so thin. Angie, I used to feel very bad for Jim as well, but after all that has transpired, I have a really difficult time with it. I'm turning the Bluetooth off, guys, because it's not now as I say it is coming. I'm just going to turn it off for a minute and then maybe turn it back on.
Bluetooth bearing.
Okay, let's see. Yep, I'm feeling that's what it is. But maybe once I get it open, we'll be okay. They have no shame. They mooch. They don't care. They don't. No, you're not Dee. Jim and Jerry are boring. I just figured that she would come up with a different way of doing things or change something around, like, I mean, I get the moving. They say they're moving. They've showed no progress. They show nothing. Jim kind of, he said that, I think he said his mother-in-law stuff was in the guest room, but then Jerry Ann said that they had put some stuff in the guest room. So I don't know. Maybe the guest room is just a bunch of boxes, perhaps. I mean, can anyone actually really see him packing and taking care of things? I have a hard time seeing it, so. I do have the YouTube up. Jim's video is loading, so maybe once I do this part, maybe if I connect the Bluetooth, will be good. But we'll see. If not, you know how low he can be. All right. So first, what I want to do is see if I could share this screen with you. And see if it pops up. So if it doesn't pop up, let's see. I don't think they're going anywhere. I don't get that they're packing and getting rid of things. And Jerry's thinking now about crafting things and selling things. Before they said that she couldn't pack things because it would smell like smoke. Now she could sell things. I mean, I'm a little lost on it all. I'm really a little, hey, it showed up. You guys can see my screen now. Now let's see if my trick works. But if not, I'll just turn the Bluetooth off.
Because so many people were asking.
Hold on. Let me stop them. And I just want you guys to be able to hear him better,
Bluetooth connected.
All right. Let's just test it out and see how it goes for like a minute or two, okay?
And then a couple people were starting to get on my nerve, which lately my nerves are kind of frayed as is with all the planning.
Is that louder and is it clear? I just want to make sure that you guys can hear it better because I know it's difficult sometimes. Oh, it is louder. Oh my goodness. A little louder. You need it. Okay. I'm going to try to go up a little higher. Ah, but Jerry can see. Yay. Hold on. Okay. Let's try to listen for a little bit. Okay.
All the pulling stuff from one room, going through, deciding what we're keeping and what we're not keeping, and then finding a place to store it. I'm hoping today will be decent enough where I can get out there and.
Okay, so you guys can hear it much louder than what you normally could hear when I do a live stream? Because if so, that's fantastic. I just have to figure out and realize I need to hook the speaker up afterwards. Yes, awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to watch some of this and listen to this. And then I've got my eye on the chat. And if you need to have me to stop, if you want to say something, please just feel free to write that in the chat that you want to stop. Fiona's mom, I have tried so hard to figure out how to get this volume, and I think I finally figured it out. It's kind of rigged up a little bit, but now that I know how to do it, it'll be much easier. So we're going to go ahead and start that up again, okay?
Finish up in the utility room so we can put what we're keeping, which will be in sterilite containers out there, and what we're basically putting in the yard sale will go in the guest room.
Okay, so I just want to say maybe Sally's things, because he said she was downsizing. So maybe Sally did put her things into the spare bedroom. Maybe that's what's going for the sale. Fiona's mom, thank you for engaging with the chat, Diane and Tasha. It's so fun. I do try hard. Sometimes it's very hard to see when you're showing the video, but I try to go back and forth. And what you can see is my screen, but you can't at least see me toggle to kind of catch up with you.
That's what today is going to be basically is. Hello, Chandra. That's basically what today is going to be is basically just working on some of the yard sale stuff. Unless for some reason my back or Jerry Ann just doesn't feel like it. I know lately we've been pushing ourselves a little bit harder than normal because we want to get it done faster than soon.
So they've been pushing themselves a little harder than normal. Now, if I look in the background, I'm not seeing much of a change there. So, I mean, maybe they're working on other rooms. I believe he said they were working on the bedroom. And I think Jerry said the utility room, which I believe is their washer and dryer room. He talked in the last video that he might have to run a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. How in the world are they able? Yeah. Actually, Tasha told me about that. I didn't get that far into it because what I was thinking of doing was trying to figure out the volume because the closed captions aren't here. I don't know if they're turning them off or I'm not sure. But I figured I'll make them louder for you guys.
Sooner than later, excuse me. So I'm just, taking it easy. I'm actually kind of, part of me wants to just take today off because it's Sunday and I want to spend some time in here reading.
Now, I don't know if I'm correct.
Doing some projects of my own that does not require a lot of
I don't know if I'm correct, but didn't they take yesterday off? Or was it they had planned on taking Sunday off because they had done so much? Their videos are kind of hard for me to follow lately. I mean, I've got to admit I can't watch them all at once any longer. Do you know how many older adult children become homeless after their parents die? I see them homeless in a year if the Sally is gone. That is so sad. That is so sad. Fiona's mom, he said right now they're robbing Peter to pay Paul, but they're doing a move. That I don't understand. First, your regular bill should come, and then maybe have people do envelopes. And in envelopes, you could put, utilities or whatever, or, a vacation. You could use different envelopes. So But I don't see the far as the working the butt off though.
Physical activity. My shoulders and my back are kind of sore from all the pushing stuff around yesterday.
Is he drinking all his mom's soda? Because I noticed he's not drinking a lot of Mountain Dew. He's been drinking a lot of Coke. So I thought Sally drank the liter of Coke. Maybe I'm wrong on that too. Arlene, I do wrong. I'm not perfect. Trust me. Nobody is perfect, but sometimes we make mistakes, we make errors, and that's okay. It's all about forgiveness, and I just keep moving forward. I'm at a good spot, and I like where I'm at. So I noticed the soda too. Monkey, I was like, wow. Okay, here we go.
Because the last two big boxes that we had out there were one was filled with books, so you can imagine how heavy that one was, and the other one was filled with a mishmash of stuff. So yeah, I'm working on that basically. The things I can remember that's still in the utility closet is some camp chairs and paint, and that's all.
I'm not going to be rude. With the camp chairs, I could see Jim sitting in them just fine. He does need to know that with camping chairs and his wife, he does need a different one. But if he's got a couple, him and Sally definitely could use them. But Jerry would need a different type of camping chair. And that's the truth. I mean, I've had family members that have had to have, a camping chair that holds over 250 pounds. So I'm not lying. I'm being very honest.
That's all I can remember because that's that one wall that I see every time I come in there. So yeah, it's going. That's all I can say is it's going. Yesterday's live with Jerry was it was fun. I will say that much. It was fun. And the funny thing is I thought back about it and I was like, that's kind of interesting because there was no alcohol because I haven't had a drop of alcohol in well, I want to say a couple days because last time I had alcohol is the night that we had chicken Alfredo, and I went.
So he hasn't had alcohol in a really long time. Well, a couple of nights when he had his chicken Alfredo. I'm sorry. A really long time is usually a year or more, but I mean, maybe that's in my eyes, but that didn't seem too long to me. Oh.
Something to wash it down with, but I didn't want water or soda or anything like that. So I finished off what little was left in a bottle that we had used part of that bottle for making basically making stew with short rib meat and drinking some of the wine that day. And then I consumed the rest of it 2 days ago. So, but other than that, I haven't really did any major drinking.
Oh, major drinking.
Time, which I'm kind of happy about because, yes, alcohol, wine especially. The Bible even says, it speaks of Jesus telling one of his disciples.
Okay, he's going to go into the Bible about drinking wine, but so what it is, I think, is he hasn't gotten very, very drunk. Maybe he's been keeping it a couple of drinks, but yeah, that's me, Bonnie. I 100%. His belly does show that to me that looks like a drinker because he's got the smaller arms, the smaller legs, but the belly that protrudes. Usually you do gain it more. I mean, he just seems to put it on in his belly, really.
His disciples do have a glass of wine with his meals for his indigestion, basically. So I'm like, some people will frown, some people will understand, but I am not worried about that. I have noticed a few people that are using other people's old aliases or YouTube names to hide themselves. one particular person is using J.D. Mailman's old moniker.
I'm going to stop it there because that J.D. Mailman, that is actually Chachunga, who pulled the wool over everybody's eyes and fooled us all, made fools of us. But I've tried to let people know that JD one, the way it's done with the apostrophe, is different.
Moniker, which she, whomever is using for other channels, to like be on their side, and then try to come over here to my side and tell me, one thing or another. And I am personally, I'm kind of offended because I feel that I know this gentleman well enough to know when it's the real person and some faker, because the feel that I got from him when we were talking way back when, that he was a very God-fearing Christian, and some of the things I've heard about does not sound like God.
Yeah. There was two different JDs. All of a sudden, another JD with an apostrophe came up, and the way the person talks, and who's the other one? What My Oh My was right over there in Jim's live today. Was it Jim's live today or the yesterday? I think it might have been yesterday. And man, oh man, What My Oh My is so much on the side, but then goes and tries to flip flop. But yeah.
God-fearing. So it is what it is, and I really don't. I'm not worried about it. I said it once, I'll say it again. When we all get upstairs to the line to see the big man for our judgment day, those who have not been.
And if I make it up there before he does, I'm going to be standing up there saying, no, Lord, no, don't let him in. No, Lord, don't let him in.
Righteous, I guess you'd say, won't make it past the pearly gate. And I know I'll probably be one of those people because I've flip-flopped from Christianity to paganism, back to Christianity. I mean, born and raised Christian, had a lot of issues because of family, because of one thing or another on Christianity or religion in general. And, but the thing is I find myself constantly returning to the Christian roots that I had, because deep down inside,
You see how he's looking down? He's probably also reading his tablet, but deep down inside, he's a Wiccan. He can't look you straight in the camera and tell you deep down inside, I'm a true Christian.
maybe, but anyhow, I always return to my Christian roots at the end, not just the end of the day, but the end of
An error?
what do you call it? A line of discovery, I guess. Hi, Irene. And I'm, people want to sit there and go, oh, you strayed away from Christianity, you're not a Christian, you can't return to Christianity. Bull, because if you come to Jesus at the end of the day and ask for forgiveness, you are given that forgiveness. Unfortunately, human beings are not so forgiving. They want to cling. Like I said on my, or I should say, on the live last night with Jay-Ann, a person can say 1,000 truths in one lie, and everybody will be so connected and so overbearing about.
Can say 1,000 truths in one lie. I don't think I've ever heard them say 1,000. I would say I haven't heard them say a couple truths in their videos anymore. Jim the Mailman is always on Jacqueline's channel. Yeah, they need to be wary. She plays nice, but it's just her way of watching everything and getting screenshots, and it's just how it is. I think he's still blocked on my channel unless he changed up the way he did the name again.
hearing about that one lie. They don't see the truth that person has spoken, you know, and it's true because more people focus on the negativity nowadays than positivity.
Chatty, there used to be a JD the mailman. It used to be J period D period mailman. Now there's J period D, I think it's a comma, mailman. It changed. I never heard that saying. God of child. Sorry, I'm reading some stuff too. Margarita has not been in there live. Yeah, she probably did.
Shamanism comes from Native Americans. No, no, neither one of my parents were into shamanism. My father was born and raised Presbyterian. Um, my mom was raised Pentecostal. I think I get the two of them mixed up. I thought my father was raised Catholic, but no, it's his brothers and sisters and in-laws and whatnot were they went to Catholicism. Um, so Native American was something I got into back in my 20s, um, because I was reading a book by the author named Mary Submarine, and
Marianne, you're 100% true. He turns to Christianity whenever the views are down, but not only the views, when they don't get their donations, when they don't get their super chats, or when they don't get things that they need, they switch back over to Christianity and God and, to help the poor. They do it all the time.
it clicked with me. It her and her books and some of the things I read clicked with me, and I started looking into Native American shamanism because of the natural remedies and cure-alls that and I don't mean cure-alls like I can whip up something to cure cancer, but like the
No, but is that what you were going to try to pull off? You and Jerry whipped something up and didn't recall how to whip it up, and it cured Jerry's cancer? Because I still 100% do not believe she has stage 4, grade 4, as she has stated, not me. She has stated. Could she have cancer? Okay, maybe grade 1, grade 2. But there's a reason why she hasn't addressed all this. There's a reason. And she can make all these plans to move and do so much and have so much plans. A person with stage 4, grade 4, you're not making these type of plans to relocate to a different state. It just doesn't happen.
like the Amish, they use a lot of natural ingredients made by God to create their soaps and their lotions and their creams and whatnot. Native Americans do the same thing. Basically, they take naturally given items like lavender or mint or whatever natural growing herbs and spices are out there to use as medicines. Like you can take a seaweed leaf and use it with some other items that you turn into a paste and pack it onto an injury and wrap that injury with that paste and seaweed leaf, and within days.
I have to stop this. Sorry. Bonnie, yeah, she can't have cancer. Jim live from 2 weeks ago said she never had bone cancer. He's so confused with things. I mean, it is that the kidney cancer metastasized to the bone miraculously with the great health that Jerry Ann is in today. It skipped her lungs, which is usually the number one place that your cancer will go to from your kidney. It bypassed that from Jerry and it went to her bones. I believe that she had a tumor that weakened her bone. And I had emailed me some documents I was going to bring up, but I might do that after this. Because I was lagging, so I would have to turn the Bluetooth off. And if you guys can hear this video good, that's all that matters to me, because sometimes he is so mumbled and so hard to hear. So I'm happy that you're able to hear it as well. Yes, Bonnie. I said that she has never had biopsies. Yeah. I mean, she's mentioned that she was going to have biopsies. She never came back with like the paperwork that, you can read the results. When you leave a doctor's office, I'm given a piece of paper. I mean, I know they do everything through electronically now. And I also, and her kidney it's been untouched. Don't even get me going, Bonnie, because every time I have said something, someone has said, oh, well, because of her size, they don't want to risk that. When they risked her bone surgery and they first did the shutting off the blood supply to the tumor, they certainly could have went in and gotten the tumor out of the kidney. And I also have where Lisa said it's on the kidney, and they have said on the kidney, but Jerry Ann said in the kidney.
Your wound or your injury, your cut, whatever you want to call it, your surface injury, and it will be, I won't say 100% healed, but it will be healing faster than the artificial chemicals that you can buy at the store or get from the doctor.
Oh yeah, Jim, the doctor ones. Yeah,
that's why both me and Jerry, once we get to Colorado, we want to set up our apothecary station and learn how to use the various herbs and whatnot that you can get from nature or get from a metaphysical shop if they sell.
I keep seeing good comments, and I apologize. Sandra, I think they are moving because her cancer doctor won't treat her for giving them the runaround, I think. And that's if she has stage 4 cancer. I, too, believe that she has canceled and postponed so many doctors. And I think that maybe because of the benign tumor, maybe they had her on a low regimen of, say, chemotherapy. And then everything shrunk because remember, she came back and it had shrunk. And I don't think she's been honest with Jim after that. After that, I think she's carried on with these things. Now, she also said that she was going to have 10, and yes, I'm saying 10 radiation treatments on her spine. And that's her lower spine. And that has not happened yet, but she did ring the bell for her shoulders. Hey, Rachel, how are you?
They sell herbs and learn how to use them for teas and salves and soaps and lotions.
FYI, how did Blue Bodie's little salve work out for little Jerry Ann?
Your subject, but you mentioned Marguerite getting in touch with you. Did she text you as she's? I'm not going to talk about that because that's between me and her. If it did or did not, that's going to be stuck between the two of us. Because that's not your that's none of your business. So that's the way it's going to be. I mean, it depends on what you're asking, because if you're asking something that might be a little bit personal, I'm not going to answer that.
Oh, I don't know where we're going here, okay? Because this is a part I missed. I got up and I was starting to straighten my room around and such.
But when she was in Germany, we were talking about the different sites and things to see while she was there at that time last year. That's about all I'm going to say. Marguerite has got a very good, loving husband and a child on the way, and that's how it's going to stay.
Alrighty.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see that part because it was hiding behind a little symbol on my my tablet. Last I heard, yes, she was okay. She was having the usual, morning pains and
He's talking about Marguerite, but yeah, I believe that her back wounds have not healed because of her diabetes being out of control. There's no doubt in my mind. And I'm 100% sure that my doctors are not incorrect that said they were bed sores. They were pressure ulcers. The one doctor said she needs to be taken out of that nursing home. Then I tried to explain things and he said, well, those are bed sores. I'm sorry, my doctor has not been wrong as of one thing with me. So I'm going to trust when he's seen those. And I showed 6 photos of it. And I've got to be honest. I also showed her mouth. I have a mouth picture of her up close. It is called trench mouth. And she has a very bad case of it. Hey T, does Diane still have the information I sent through IG? Tammy, no, I have nothing from IG at all. I deleted IG. I felt that that's where a lot of the trouble, it just, that's where a lot of everything started. So I just didn't want to continue with that. And I kind of stepped away. So I'm so sorry. Um, Let me see. He said her wounds last week were healed, no more treatment, right out of his mouth, sis, right? And did you see the video? I think I did it too, where she leaned forward and she had like, I want to say they were gray, like gray hand towels across her back. So if she's healed and she's off of this wound care, why on earth would she still have those towels behind her? And it looked like today she was also propping that back up. Her medical records will follow her. Yeah, they will follow her and her history and the compliance. It's all done electronically. Everything is done electronically nowadays. Tammy, I'll resend it to you. Email. Tammy, yes, it's Nana always 0 at gmail.com. I did put that out there for people to email me, and I got some emails in. Everything else that I have is completely full. I'm not going to lie to you. Okay, let me start this back up.
All the fun things a woman has to deal with during, the stages of the 9 months of childbearing. But last time I did talk to her, actually, we interacted with her, I think yesterday on the live for a great week, mom, and she seems to be okay. But she does not contact me. She has not contacted me personally.
Hey sis, I thought so, but then remember when she showed the picture and it was a week before that they had shown the pictures and they had said more skin had been pulled off and there was more issues and that she had to go back, and who's to say she doesn't pick at them? And I think someone said that she had a bra on. Was it you, Tasha?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't think so. I think it's her belly propping them up.
I don't know. I thought she had a bra on.
Well, maybe. Maybe once she starts wearing a bra, maybe then you'll know that maybe her wounds are gone. Because I would think a bra would hurt the wounds.
I thought she had a bra on holding the towel on.
I wonder.
Since she was in Germany during her, I don't know if you want to call it her honeymoon or a vacation or whatever, because I don't remember what she was doing. She was just in Germany, talking to me about Oktoberfest and the different sites. She asked me about different sites to go see around Munich, and I told her she definitely needs.
Wait a minute, is this Margaret asking him questions? Oh, I hope you didn't find I made fun of her meanly, because I'm serious when I think she can't wear a bra because of that. But I mean, maybe she can, but I wouldn't want to if I had those wounds, I'll tell you what, I wouldn't wear one. She had radiation. Yeah, she said she had radiation and she also rang the bell. Nobody was around her when she rang the bell. I mean, everybody has that screenshot of her ringing that bell. And I had sent it to myself in an email. If we get through this, I know it's a little long, so it might be a little longer live tonight. But if we get through this and I can get into my email, I might be able to show you a couple of things.
Definitely needs to go see North Shorestein. In fact, if I ever get the chance to go back to Germany, that's one of the places that I want to go that I didn't get to see the kid. But yeah, I told her one of the things that she does not want to do while in Germany if she's suffering from any kind of like morning sickness or anything like that, because Berg-Geltz is like a 40 to 60 degree down angle, and then the 40 to 60 degree up angle. Get up and down out of Berg-Geltz unless you happen to have permission to drive your car down there. Because if you do not have the permission to drive a car down there, they will get very upset and tell you go away. Because there are people who still live in Berg-Geltz. Some of the ancestors of the original builders of Berg-Geltz live in Berg-Geltz, plus the 24-hour staff people who live with the owners in Berg-Geltz. So it's considered a privately owned fortified town that basically you have to have permission to drive your car down there. But if you're a visitor, you can walk downhill and visit, and you can only go into certain areas that are basically areas that you're not allowed to go to are usually marked off by ropes or closed doors. Um, but I remember it. My mom and I called it in. Granted, I was in fifth grade, I think it was, and we both called it cardiac hill because yeah, it was taxing on my lungs because I had, well, I didn't know it at the time, but I had issues with breathing, which not until Arizona we realized it was a bronchial issue, a seasonal issue. Um, and mom and I were not exactly prepared for, excuse me, my ear is just, mom and I were not exactly prepared for a climb like that. Um, Trying not to roll down the hill was fun enough as is. Hello, Redhead. I'm glad you can join us. I noticed there's only 37 people here, which I'm not too worried about the number, but I've only seen two, three, four people say anything, which I guess it could be good, could be bad. I have a feeling they're mostly over at somebody else's live that are, twisting our live from last night.
Okay. Okay. So he just stated here he knew someone was live and he went live anyways. Did he think he was going to take their views or did he want more attention? So because I think the more that we do this, the more attention they get, but they're losing the views because of what they're saying. Yeah, I mean, they don't open their house. They don't air out the house. They've got the chucks, not only for Jerry, they got the chucks for Oreo too. Nobody likes to take the dog out. Like, it was such a big thing. She also said she had diabetes for a long time. If true, she's been eating bad foods for a lot. Yeah. Yeah. And what about Ozempic? I know somebody who actually, she wasn't taking her Ozempic. I think that's what it's called, Ozempic, correctly. She wasn't even taking half of it. In 1 month, she's a diabetic, very high, diabetic. She lost like 30 pounds. When she went back to the doctor said, "Oh, you're doing good." And she's saying, "Well, I don't know how many clicks to do with this." And he goes, "Oh, you click it and you take the whole thing." So she's going to have weight dropping off her. If Jerry Ann has cancer, why wouldn't they have her on Ozempic or something that might make her take some of the weight off, which would make her, you know what I mean? It would make it easier for her to move and do things. See, she doesn't seem to be willing to help herself. This is what I'm gathering from it. Because if I had those bed sores, if I had them, I would be showering every single day. My bed sheets would be clean every single day. I don't care if I'd have to crawl to it. I don't care if I'd have to over I don't want to say, the digital assistants drop in on Tasha and say, "Tasha, please come wash my sheets." I wouldn't care. I would make sure to get it taken care of. So I'm just listening to him ramble, and I am trying to participate in the chat as well.
Which
That's a choice.
choice.
Like I said,
Like I said,
you can
you can
attract
attract
more
more
I want to hit it. Sorry.
lives with is it honey or I'm not going to repeat that because I don't remember that quote. I just know my own quote that I said yesterday.
Yeah, Val, I'm blocked too.
But the the thing about a lot of well, let's just put it my way. Well, let's just put it this way, not my way, but this way. I've lived a nice long life. I've had a lot of experiences throughout not only
Here we go. They are using Ozempic for weight loss. Well, to me, it was supposed, Bonnie, it's supposed to be used for diabetics. And I think the diabetics should get it over any weight loss person. And she is a diabetic, and losing the weight would help bring her numbers down and get her at a healthier rate. So I'm not sure. I wasn't blocked until Jerry Ann came on. I knew I was going to be blocked, but you know what? Jerry Ann and Jim are not blocked on my channel. So, and I invite Jerry Ann to please join my live stream. You could just put some little emoji up or whatever, and we could chit chat of what doesn't equal up.
not only my lifetime but the world itself. I mean, my dad being in the military in the Air Force, being born overseas in a foreign country, being to, let's see here, Arizona, Utah, Missouri, um, Arkansas. So 4 states that I can remember. Well, I'm going to double count Arizona because Tucson's and Phoenix. We have not gone to look at mobile homes. We are looking, well, right now, we're trying to keep ourselves in line of our plan. And right now, our plan is just to go through a lot of our stuff here at the house and decide what we're going to keep and what we're going to get rid of. And whatever we're getting rid of is going to go into a yard sale. And whatever doesn't sell in the yard.
And Marianne, yeah, a lot of people have stopped watching them, and there's not just me doing live. So there's sometimes I cannot cover it, and it's because some things hit me wrong, into where I've seen my brother suffering from cancer, where I've seen other people suffering from cancer, where I've seen a woman battle with a 2-year-old son that had to have a total hysterectomy and both breasts removed. No, I'm hard. The cancer part is hard. So sometimes I don't come on, but there's other people, and you all know them. Come on. There's Vox and JHP, and I think even Finney covers them once in a while. If I don't, please go over there and watch it.
In the yard sale, we haven't gotten that far, but we'll either talk amongst ourselves about we just do. Sorry, I accidentally hit a button but anyhow, we are trying to get our ducks in a row and get things done here. And sometime in late September, probably after the 16th, we're going to go back up to Colorado, and we're going to look at properties. We'll look at land, look at the mobile homes, see how fast how fast things can happen. One of the contingencies, because we all want to be out there now, we want to get out there before it starts to get too cold. We may end up having to stay in an apartment or some kind of rental that hopefully doesn't cost us too much a month. That is very itchy, and I am very sorry that I keep on itching at it. But that's what we're doing in late September. So between now and then, we've got doctor's appointments. We're going to try to
Hi, Debbie.
the yard sale. Mom and I have to either go up to the real estate agent and talk to them and see what they tell us, whether it be more effective to sell or rent.
Sell.
Because Jerry would like to rent it to some people we know. Mom's kind of leery.
Hold on. I don't know what this is going to right now, but it's better to sell it than to rent it. But I just heard Jerry's name brought up, so hold on. Like I said, I got in the middle of, I got to tell you, I just bought a chair and I had to put it together, and I just had to move my room around, so I didn't get to all my comments, and I'm so sorry. But this part I have not heard.
Kind of leery about being a landlord, but I'm like, well, look at it this way: if we rent, we'll have a monthly income from that rental, and if things go awry where they can't keep up their end of the bargain, we either can decide to turn around and sell the house, or
it's hard to pick.
I want to go talk to a realty agent about it first, and I can't do that without Mom because everything is in her name when it comes to this house. So selling the house, between selling and renting, we don't know. We want to talk to a realty agent, see what they say. Let's see here. You mentioned you were going to look after a doctor's appointment. Yes, September. I have an early, like September 9th, doctor's appointment in Springfield, where they're going to do testing on my shoulder because it's been giving me a lot of pain, and my L3, L4, L5, S1, because there's either slightly bulging or major bulging. So I want to get those checked out to make sure it's not something that is needing surgery. Because if it's needing surgery, I might have to postpone that because I don't want to have to do surgery here in Raleigh and then wait.
Oh, let me postpone it like my wife does, because I don't want to get the surgery, because then I won't be able to move as quickly. So I'll live with the pain and complain about that pain every day. The one thing I can tell you, James Henson, don't ever get a knee replacement. Ever.
Wait another 6 months to be able to do anything. No, thank you. Sandra, I've heard a lot of people saying renting is a nightmare. and don't rent to friends. Well, that's the thing is the person or persons that Jerry would like to rent the house to are too close. Basically, it's her home health aide person and her family. And I'm like, I don't know if I want to do that because
I'm telling you, Cece's hanging out with that girl for a reason. I don't care what anybody says. There's something going on between Jerry Ann and Cece. I don't believe she's a home health aide. I believe maybe a weed connect. Call me wrong. Maybe it's my thoughts and opinions. But I'll tell you what, there's something going on with Cece. That's where the dog came from. And take advantage of that mother. Maybe Jerry will get money under, kind of tucked under somewhere, and the mother-in-law won't know about it. I wouldn't trust Jerry Ann as far as I could throw her. And I being honest with you, right now, since I've had, you can kind of see in my one video I did Timu, my hands are not working. I don't think I could throw her arm. And I'm not being rude, but I don't think I could throw her arm.
I don't know if they'll be responsible enough. I've heard stories about them. There's one family member who wants to move in has 4 dogs. Granted, they're very well obedient and trained, unlike Oreo. But I love Oreo to death, so we're trying to train her. But she is very, very food oriented, and that
she is very food oriented because your wife decided to give that dog table food. Why? Because your wife sits there and she munches and she eats. And you know what? It took a while. My son had a pit bull mix, pit bull boxer mix. And it took a while. And she got trained when she lived with me in Florida. She did not cross that living room and dining room area. No, stay. Was it hard? Yes, it was. But she was a puppy. So she learned before my Basset Hound learned. And then once he seen her do it, and then he did it. But I'm telling you, she just feeds that dog too many snacks, too much peanut butter, too many bones. And that's just so she don't have to get up. She don't have to play with him. She wanted that dog. That was going to be her reason for moving. I'd love to see Jerry Ann take that dog on a leash and walk that dog just even in the carport or just in the backyard. It's not fair to Oreo.
that's not a good thing. So there's a lot of things that we have to take into account when it comes to her. Well, when it comes to the whole situation with Colorado and what we're doing with the house, and are we going to have to go out there and live in rental until we get everything situated with the property or whatnot? Because Mom would.
Sorry, I'm stopping again, Rachel. Probably because when Oreo was with other dogs, she kind of behaved like maybe the other dogs. Maybe the owner there is more firm. And also possibly they didn't feed table scraps and peanut butter and treats all the time. I'm just thinking.
Mom would like to be out there before we have another winter here because she doesn't want to deal with it. And I'm kind of in the same place. I mean, I don't mind dealing with the winter. What I hate is because where I live, when a snowplow actually comes to my neighborhood, they go down and push the snow up against this area between the two houses, my house and my neighbor's house, goes out there. It's just a big field. But what ends up happening is I get this big old mound of snow in front of my driveway, and it's like they're not even going to be courteous enough to remove that or deal with that or whatever. So I have to get out there and hurt my back and whatnot to get in and out of my driveway.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? You're going to moan and groan over this? Jim, I live in upstate New York. We used to get buried in blizzards. We've been lucky since the climate change. We don't get buried like we used to, but we would be out there as a family. Me, single, my 2 boys, neighbors, we'd help each other. We couldn't find our mailboxes one time for 3 weeks. They were out by the road. Quit whining and crying.
And Mom and I are tired of it. Y'all should leave it up to your mom since she's under. Yes, I am leaving it up to Mom, but Jerry Ann is kind of trying to push the whole rental situation.
Of course she is. She controls everything.
No, I really don't like the idea of renting. I can understand it would be great for a monthly income, but if something happens and I have to take care of it, that's money out of my pocket that should have gone to my bank to fixing somebody's mistake or somebody's issue. besides what happens to your mom's loan if she can't pass it on, will VA allow you to pay off, or will they make you refinance under someone else? That's a good question, Sandra. I do not know. Um, are you pre-approved for a loan so you know your budget? We haven't gotten that far, Red. Um, yeah,
I gotta say something about the hot tubs, okay? Well, I have one that's like a blow up one, but I'm gonna let you know. How do I say this? Nice. When a person of heavier girth, and I'm gonna tell you, Jerry Ann weighs 500 pounds at least. And I'm not saying that there's many people that are big and beautiful, take care of themselves. It's not about I have to sneeze. Excuse me. But once she gets in a hot tub, that water level is going to raise, and that water level is going to come out the sides of the hot tub. So it better be an outside hot tub, and it better be prepared to kind of fill it.
I want to do this. I don't want a lot of hiccups. I don't want a lot of bumps and whatnot because of arguments between Mom and Jerry about what to do with the house. Mom's starting to wear thin, so she's starting to give up the fights and whatnot. So I have to sit there and go, well, let me put in my 2 cents. This is what I think. I think selling it would be better because then we have a lump sum to use towards the new house. But I also see and understand that renting would be good because then we would have the monthly income. But if that monthly income cannot be paid for that month, that's basically hurting my family. And that's one thing I don't want to happen, And Jerry's like, well, don't worry about, having to fix the house or anything if something goes wrong because this person who's moving in with, this family member is basically to do it yourself or blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about them not being able to pay their monthly, and that's why I'm kind of like, no, I'd rather sell it.
Not being able to take care of it monthly, but also they may destroy what you have there. That's another thing to think of as well.
As is, get the money I can get and go, go. Well, how many years is left to pay off? I really don't know because we did a refinance a couple years ago to fix the roof and get the new gutter protection so it doesn't get clogged up by leaves and whatnot. So I don't know how many years are left. So it's kind of like one of those, like, that's why I want to talk to a realtor here to see what we can do. Mom will have all the information. And then I want to go out in late September to talk to a realtor out there and talk to them about buying land and all that. Is rent income? You may get in trouble with the IRS. Well, if it's under Mom's name, Jerry Ann won't get in trouble. And if we do it right, we shouldn't have any problems because rent right now is not.
If we do it right, see, they're going to make sure they protect Jerry Ann so it looks like she's a rental. So if they get 2 trailers, Sally's going to put both the trailers in her name, or would she be smart and put it in Jim's name? However, Jim and Jerry are married. That would still be equity, correct?
We don't consider what we pay Mom to live here or what we put in to pay the bills for here as rent. We consider it a joint situation. But renting out to somebody else, I don't know how the IRS would deal with that. That's why I preferably would like to just sell it so we don't have to worry about that extra, that IRS margin. We just have to worry about, okay, we got the money for the house. It's in Mom's name, so everything's on Mom. So, there's a lot of things that we have to iron out before we can make our final decisions. I just know that the move to Colorado will happen because all 3 of us are like, yeah, we're moving. So if you come on here to try to deter us, you're barking up the wrong tree. The law will be on the renter's side if they're.
It's not that nobody's trying to deter you. I think people are trying to protect Sally from losing her home and letting Jerry take over all these steps. Why? Because if your mother falls for this, what does she have? If, say, something happens to the trailers or you're renting something and something falls through, then you have no home to go back to. Then what are you going to do? You can't do this to your mother.
anything should go wrong, just when. Well, I appreciate that, and that's one of the reasons why I told Jared to do the research, because she's basically sitting around doing what little she wants to do, unless we're trying to purge stuff and I bring stuff to her and then she goes through it all. But that's a different ball of wax. But yeah, I mean, that's one of the reasons why I'm tomorrow morning, which is a Monday, I'm gonna be all right, Mom, let's go to Century 21, go talk to them, ask them what our best bet would be, because that piece of information I did not think about. So yeah, I don't want to deal with that. Not that I don't trust the people that are renting, I just don't want to get into issues, because it's like like I said earlier, I would prefer to sell and not rent. That way I can wash my hands of this place, and not that I don't want to be connected to.
And that if that's what you want, and that's what your mom wants, that's what should be done. Not what Jerry Ann wants to have done. She's no relation to your mom. She is married to you. You are not blood. Should you love her and treat her with respect? Should she love you and treat you with respect? Yes. However, this is your mother's decision. And as a man, you should look at your wife and say, yes, we're selling the house. We're not renting it. So tell Cece to stay in the apartments where she's at.
To Missouri. I won't have to be connected to Rolla. I've got family here in Missouri, so I still will be connected in one way, shape, or form. So it's, like I said, it's one of those things I don't want to deal with. So it's kind of like sell it, because Jerry and Mom were talking about, like, if we rented to these people that Jerry was talking about, they want to do. Jerry wants to do like $1,200 a month, and I'm like, no. We do $1,200 a month.
$1,200 a month? Is that not low for that size of a house? It's a whole house. So if they're willing to take $1,200, then the mortgage must be under $1,200. But still, there would need to be enough money to put into the bank, because if something happened, the heat, the air conditioner, windows, the roof, there's so many different things to look at and aspects. You are better off selling, letting your mother buy what she needs to, and not top of the line, but what you can survive with, and then let your mother reinvest some money and do something. Don't take all this away from your mother. Oh,
A month, we might as well just call it even Steven and let them have the house. I would rather go like 16 to 14, 14 to 16, a month. 14 to 1,600 a month.
The house is 26. Yeah, he's right. It should be about $1,600 a month. That would be a low ball. $1,200. That's a low ball. They also have yard and everything. They have the carport. Are they going to leave their little sheds there for people, or are they going to take the sheds with them? Will they charge them extra? Come on.
That way, we're making a little extra money off the house. Otherwise, we're not making any money. And why in God's green earth do we rent it for such a low amount?
Right.
I know Jerry's response, because they're friends. Because I'm trying to make it easy for them.
Wait. You don't try to make it easier for your home health care. Your home health care is your friend. No, I think you guys were friends before that somehow. And you know what I mean? These are just my imaginations. These are my thoughts. These are my opinions. This is what I see. When Lisa was staying there, that they needed a weed connect. Somehow they came across Cece. I don't know. Something is not right there. The state is not going to pay Jerry Ann and them for driving her around and running errands, and Jerry Ann driving her vehicle. Come on. Yeah, that special ed, that totally got me.
Myself, worry about my family. If I ain't making extra money off of renting a house, you should just put it up for
Sell.
Put it up for sale, because then we'll make money.
Whoa.
Besides, the way the market is right now, a house like ours, which is like a considered a 4-bedroom, possibly 6-bedroom, even though this room and the guest room is not considered a bedroom because one, the guest room has no light, no
Closet.
windows,
Oh,
has no closet. This room does not have a closet. So this is, yeah, if they can buy it, I mean, if they can get their ducks in a row and actually get a loan or whatever to buy this house, great. But like I was saying, technically this is a 4-bedroom house because 4 of the rooms that are considered bedrooms have windows. But this room that I'm in, it could be considered a bedroom because it has windows, but it does not have an actual built-in closet. And the guest room has no windows.
and correct me if I'm wrong, but do they need a built-in closet or do they need like a big armoire? Couldn't that be built in and not like in the wall, but it could be considered a closet that would make it another bedroom? So that way they could even put it up for more money. His mother is going to make money to rent the house. Also, yeah, well, he said it was almost as much as the $1,200 was like the mortgage. They wouldn't really make any money. So they must be paying around $1,200 a month in mortgage. That's what I'm thinking. They won't be to sell the house. It has to have window and a closet. Oh, to be a bedroom, right? But he said that room he's in has windows. But couldn't you not build like a closet in there? I mean, I've seen many people build closets like on one wall and they could take it up. Home health have to have their own transportation. Has to have a closet. But can they build one in there, JC? Can they build a closet into it? Let's see. But they would be responsible for any of the repairs when renting. Exactly.
But it has an armoire, and we use it primarily for guests or tornadoes. We hear the tornado siren going off during bad weather. We double check our phones and whatnot and go into the guest room and huddle up together because it's basically a central room, no windows.
That one, yeah.
So it's one of those. It's
Jim build a closet.
You should invite Century 21 to come to the house. Jerry is a strong personality, but a realtor would be able to hold her own. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why it's like, Mom, do you want to go to the realty agent or do you want to have the realty agent come in and check out the house?
Jim just said that because someone said that, because he just said come Monday they were going to go to the realtor. He was going to make sure they were going to go. Tammy, Tasha's right here. Say hi, Tosh.
I'm here.
She's being quiet and watching the chat. Yeah, the spare room doesn't have any windows, so no, I get that one. But the room he's in, which he calls an office, does have the windows. So I thought, wow, I mean, a closet isn't too hard to build, Jim.
Because we might be like, okay, let's go sit down and talk to the agent. And the agent might go, well, I have to see the house to make, my estimations on what it's worth and what you could sell it for, or, what you can rent it for. And the realty agent will be the middleman, basically. But like I said, I would be more than willing to have the realty agent come in here, check it out, and go, well, if you're going to sell it as is, it's going to be worth this much because
your fireplace.
One of the throw walls that is a partition, basically, it's a throw wall in between two areas that hold up the carport ceiling fell down because it wasn't properly attached to the poles, to the brickwork of the poles. Some of the vinyl siding just outside the Arcadia door got melted because we didn't even think.
Because you don't, I'm sorry, but who puts, and I think I showed the video where Jerry was barbecuing outside and she was sitting down and she had that barbecue right up against the house. Who would put their barbecue up against the house? A teacher would do that.
Think about the heat factor coming off of our barbecue grill one time. We were barbecuing and we went, "Oops, where can we move this to barbecue?" So we moved it to carpet. The metal shed that's out in the backyard.
Sorry, I keep stopping, Rachel. Wait, where'd it go? They wouldn't be able to qualify to rent a place either, right? I wouldn't. Well, they may because Jerry gets the SS. What does she say? A, but I think it's SSI. because Jerry gets us aside, they might qualify for something, maybe a low income something, but there's no income coming in but that. So I think it would be difficult, but I think Sally would help them. And I do think someone mentioned it in the chat that Sally wants two of them so she could have peace on her own. But yet remember, Jerry was there to keep an eye on Sally because Sally has dementia so bad. Who knows? They could end up in a trailer park because I remember him mentioning something about that not long ago as well.
Yard basically, which has been there since we got there, which falling apart. Should probably be removed. That whole area should probably be cleaned up and removed. That's why it's kind of like a sell it as is, how much it's going to be worth without me having to do
anything.
Without me having to put out a bunch of money to fix, the issues that the house has. Luckily, the
Where are you getting the money to put out, Jim? You're not working.
issues that the house has is minor compared to what we put in to fix the house. Put in a new roof, gutter guards. The shed may or may not come with us.
Oh, I just said that.
Mom had somebody come in and remove her bathtub to put a walk-in closet in there. The shower head in our room, our bathroom is new. There's a lot of things that we refurbished. I mean, new dishwasher, new microwave.
Oh boy.
New roofing. We did the flooring is practically new, even though we did it ourselves. There might be one or two little flaws, but nothing major like buckling or warping. We paid somebody to come in to do the whole kitchen area in hardwood flooring. We did.
Wasn't that the insurance that covered the flooring and everything? I think the mother told me that they had to pay for the pipe because of the pipe was done wrong originally, but that's what I recall.
Her craft room, our bedroom, and I think the living room. No, the living room I think was already linoleum or vinyl flooring. I think it was vinyl flooring. So it's there's been a lot of updates, a lot of new things, flooring wise, microwave, dishwasher. So for the amount of flaws that are still around this house, there's been more repair or refurbishing than tearing down. So it's like, okay, so you got a little bit of vinyl siding and you got some little bit of a concrete or a brick working issue out by the carport. Two little things. The shed's been there forever. It was there when we moved in. So let's see here.
Hey, Stacy. Natasha.
No. We're moving. We're trying to move before the end of this year. We're actually trying to move before it starts to snow. So no, we're not putting anything off a year or two. Because if we're going to be putting anything off, it's while we are in Colorado. And if things work the way Jerry says it should work, I won't need a job outside the house. I'll be getting paid.
Night, Bonnie.
To be my wife's caretaker, because they have a program in Colorado where spouses can be caretakers of their.
And here he goes. He's going to start with the caretaker. And if he says 24/7, why isn't she in a facility? Because if anyone requires 24/7 care, they should be in a facility. I'm just saying.
Of their family members. Whether it's mom, whether it's Jerry. I wish I had connections to some of my cousins out there because they could probably give me better information than Jerry did. Or I did my research, and yeah, there is a program according to Colorado State. I can't remember the name of the program, but there is a program where if you have a family member with a terminal illness, which stage 4 kidney cancer is considered terminal, I could get paid to stay home to watch over my wife. I don't count on anything until I'm told otherwise.
A new shower head.
The only people I listen to for telling me otherwise is government officials from the state of Colorado. So anybody who wants to come to me on this forum and tell me I won't be able to do what Jerry said that I could do, you're just a name on a screen. You're not an official lawmaker or governor of Colorado or anything like that.
Right, Pam. Now she's terminal. Before There was no expiration date, right? That's been discussed. There's no time frame. She's making all these moves and she wants to do this and she wants to do that and she plans on doing this in a year. And when they get an RV, you're making all these plans with stage 4 cancer. And then I recall a video. I don't, it's not this one, but he says basically where Jerry's family doesn't want anything to do with her or them for that matter. And I'm sorry, if my sister had stage 4 cancer and she lived across the United States, I would be there at least every other month and go and visit her, if not more often.
Jim look well into these programs. I have been so far. Everything looks like it's exactly what Jerry said it was going to be. I'm already basically set that if I have to, I would. I looked at jobs in Canyon and Pueblo. Keep on. I know it's a PWE sound, but yeah, no, I'm not getting offended. I'm just saying that I am. I'm looking into all the possibilities, but I want to hear it from. I want an official from the state of Colorado to tell me. But like I said, I am.
He wants an official of state of Colorado to tell him that he can collect money to take care of his wife. Is that what I'm hearing, or did I miss something else he's speaking about? Because I might have lost that one. Did I miss it? Was that it? Dy-Dee. I still say somebody gets a check for Jim. This would be the way for them to show income without saying he gets SSI check. In my humble opinion. Marjorie, I don't doubt it. He's so gullible. Jerry said so. No, that's not what he said. Oh, what did he say? I missed it. And if I go back, I'm going to mess it up.
I've already looked on Indeed for jobs in the Pueblo, Canyon City region, and there are plenty of jobs that I can do out there.
Oh, gotcha, Bella. Thank you.
To food service, there's cashier work, there's gas attendants. So that with a lot of my.
Can I ask, why doesn't he ever say there's warehouse work and such? The state of Colorado will pay you, if he qualifies, $27,000 a year to care for Jerry full time. Stop it. No way. Full time, is that like, that's not like 24-hour care though. That's just full time, like 40 hours a week. And he can't lift her. If she falls on the floor, he cannot lift her. And not many people would be able to. And oh my gosh. Well, I'm thinking the house might have mold as much as their sinuses bother him. I mean, it's always sinus problems and 24-hour care. She would go to a facility.
My food service background, I don't think it would be too difficult for me to get a manager type job, or at least an assistant manager, because I don't want to be the GM. Well, yeah, I've read them all. So Heather, I don't know what you're talking about, but no, I am. I don't count on anything until getting hired. I'm not going to sit there and go, oh, the only thing I'm going to look for is the job that Jerry and I talked about with me being able to stay home. No. Two reasons why. One, I don't know how much of that is, what hoops Jerry has to go through to get this done.
Catherine, but he has to take classes and it won't be easy. Well, if he has to take classes, you know what? I hope it's in person and not online, because I could see Jerry taking the classes for him, if you want me to be quite honest about that one.
So I might have to get a temporary job until she gets all her information from the state of Colorado. And if I have to, I can try to make that temporary job a permanent job. So it's one of those things where it's like, yes, I have this idea or plan that Jerry put in my head, but I also have my my feelers, I should say, out on Indeed for jobs in the area that we plan on living. So I mean, I've got my backup plan in case her plan doesn't work out. So I'm not just sitting here going, oh yeah, I'm going to be able to stay at
Wait,
home
wait, wait,
forever
wait, wait.
and get paid for taking
Hold
care
on.
of Jerry. But the reason why
There's
I don't really want to
wait.
do that,
Sorry.
and I didn't really say anything to
I'm reading
Jerry.
the comments. There's no training required in Colorado for him to take care of his wife. So he could just step in and be paid $27,000 a year. Hi, Cozy. He would have to take a 30-hour class and pass a background check. Well, that background check might be a little hard. I wonder if they do any like medical, mental type of background check, because that would be something I would think that they would do, but maybe not, being she is legally married to him. On the website, they say no. Wow. Uh-oh. Did I click something else? Uh-oh. Come on, Jim. Yep, I did. Dang it. Sorry, guys. I hit something on the computer while I was reading the chat. No training in Colorado. I just can't get over that. Wow. Come on. Don't give me troubles. Am I going to have to disconnect to connect it again? Hold on 1 second. I'm going to be smart. I'm going to disconnect it, turn the Bluetooth off, and connect my stuff. I apologize, guys. No problem. Things happen. Whoa, I started there. No, sorry, Bob.
And it may not contain anything.
Let me see where he's at. Hold on one moment. In Colorado, it's called Pasco. Oh, they have a Pasco County in Florida. That's why they're going to Colorado. Exactly. Come on, Jim. We were going smooth.
But like I said, I've already on.
Okay, I'm going to start him from
I've already
there.
looked on
Hold on
Indeed.
1 second. I'm sorry. Let me get this Bluetooth back on. Oh, no.
Bluetooth connected.
Okay, we got you connected. Come back up, Jim. The doctor will need to say 24-hour care, right? I would think so. Okay, let's try it again.
The jobs in the Pueblo, Canyon City region, and there are plenty of jobs that I can do out there. I mean, everything from food service to
We'll just let it go through this.
there's cashier work, there's gas attendants. So that with a lot of my food service background, I don't think it would be too difficult for me to get a managerial type job, or at least an assistant manager, because I don't want to be the GM. Well, yeah, I've read them all. So Heather, I don't know what you're talking about. But no, I am. I don't count on anything until getting hired. I'm not going to sit there and go, oh, the only thing I'm going to look for is the job that Jerry and I talk about with me being able to stay home. No. Two reasons why. One, I don't know how much of that is, what hoops Jerry has to go through to get this done. So I might have to get a temporary job until she gets all her information from the state of Colorado. And if I have to, I can try to make that temporary job a permanent job. So it's one of those things where it's like, yes, I have this idea or plan that Jerry put in my head, but I also have my my feelers, I should say, out on Indeed for jobs in the area that we plan on living. So I mean, I've got my backup plan in case her plan doesn't work out. So I'm not just sitting here going, oh yeah, I'm going to be able to stay at home forever and get paid for taking care of Jerry. But the reason why I don't really want to do that, and I didn't really say anything to Jerry, because I basically told Jerry, if I'm working for you and I'm taking care of you, and I've only got I only get paid for so many hours, that either A, I'm gonna have to get a part-time job just to make enough income for our satisfaction, or if I don't have to have another job, I'm gonna need at least one day a week, to get out of the house and be myself, be alone, and do my own thing. Taking the home, like taking this house, because I guess I did not understand that question, but I don't see any reason the government will need to take our house. Um, because I mean, we're doing everything according to the rules and regulations of our state when it comes to dealing with our house. So I'm not sure exactly what you guys mean by that. But I am pretty sure that we won't have that kind of problem. The only problem we may have is being told that we can't rent because of Joanne's benefits. Other than that, I don't see why they would want to take it out. Hey, DMR. So you're saying the state has the right to take our house? Under what guise? Um, I mean, I don't see the need for the government coming in to take our house. We've done all our payments on the house. We've done everything that we're supposed to when it comes to this house. We pay our mortgage. We've basically done everything conceivable to keep, to be on the proper side of the law. In exchange, basically, of Medicaid. I haven't heard anything about that. Okay. Oh, okay. I think I understand what you're saying, but I haven't heard anything about that. I mean, I've never heard anybody say anything like that. I mean, we're paying our taxes. We're basically paying everything we have.
Spot on. I have it real loud. Are you having a difficult time hearing it? They took their CCs away for a reason. I think so nobody can bring it up. Colorado Department of Health requires caregivers who offer personal assistance services through the HCBS waiver persons elderly, blind, disabled. Wow. Are you guys hearing it though good? Or is it low to you? Let me know. I don't hear him very good either. Okay, hold on. Hold on. I'm moving the speaker. Bear with me. Cause where's my microphone on here? Do you know? You don't know? Okay. Well, guess what I'm gonna do? Let's see if they hear this. I don't want to hit that spot. Okay. When I turn this on, if it's loud enough, please hit a thumbs up so I know.
I think we have to. We're paying our taxes. We're paying our mortgage. So, I mean, the worst case scenario right now, because we're struggling to pay, basically we're robbing Peter to pay Paul type syndrome. We've had to make a lot of cutbacks. We've had to cancel a lot of our cable TV services and tighten our belts to make sure we pay for the important stuff. Let's see. In Ireland, if you rent a house, you pay almost half the rental in tax. I've heard that. I mean, I've heard that about Ireland and I think even England. They don't. I don't think they do that here. I mean, we're getting into an area that I don't know, so I'm just going to sit there and tell you I really don't know about a lot of this stuff. So I mean, a lot of this is new. This is the first time I have had to be involved in selling or moving from one house to another where it's not going to a family member. So this is kind of like we got to decide if we're going to sell or rent. And like I said earlier, I would prefer to just outright sell it. That way, that way there's no like oh, you didn't pay us last month. If you don't pay us last month and this month, we're going to have to just sell the house. I would rather just sell it outright. You have to pay taxes. I really don't own anything. I have 200 acres of land and have to pay taxes on. Does it belong to me? I don't know.
Because he has to pay taxes, so they should make sure that rent includes the taxes as well. So that way Sally doesn't have to come up with any tax money. So to rent that house, it would have to be more than the mortgage. So they make a little bit of money to put away, right? And then also include their yearly taxes within that. So Sally's got no out of pocket.
I don't think so. If I stop paying taxes, well, that's the thing. If you stop paying taxes on stuff that you own, that you have to pay a tax on, yeah, then there's trouble. That, and if you wanted to, you could literally sell a small portion of the land that you own to somebody. That way, one, your taxes get lowered and you get some money from selling part of your land. Now, I don't know where you live, DMR, but to own 200 acres of land nowadays is somewhat difficult because taxes, upkeep, depending on what you do, or like let's say you own 200 acres worth of land and you're a cattle rancher. Well, of course you're going to need 200 acres of land, because of the cattle. I feel you. We had to do the same thing. Okay. Renee, can you tell him again what you first said? I believe if it's in your mom's name, or in your name, but your mom, those names, the loan would be the same. So yeah, I do believe because my mom owns this property, this house, basically, if something were to happen to her, God forbid, it would automatically get transferred to me by federal law, and then I would have to deal with whatever. Caretakers are under Medicaid waiver programs. These programs can recoup their costs.
Yeah, I'm just so confused on what he thinks can happen and what Jerry has been telling him and what Jerry is trying to sell Sally. I think Sally has her wits about herself. So I don't think there's going to be a problem with Sally unless she, how do I say it? Unless she runs her down so much that Sally's just like, whatever.
Well, I'm not the caretaker right now. I'm not getting paid as a caretaker. I'm just her husband. I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying, but I don't know if we're not under Medicaid. We're under Medicare, which is totally different. But
Hold
I
up.
don't know what the parameters.
Hold up, Jim. I just recently had a surgery, and I think I mentioned it on a video or something or live stream. I was going to check out about Medicare because I'm 62 now, right? No, I do not qualify for Medicare. So I still have to carry my own insurance until the age of 65. So number one, if Jerry were to get Medicare, right, she'd have to be disabled for so long for it to switch over because actually, no, I'm lying because when my brother got approved right away for SSDI, his Medicare kicked right in. But you know what else? Not only did Medicare kick in for him, Medicaid did as well. So that was a real blessing. But I'm going to tell you what, it's Medicaid because he also has the same insurance. If Jerry were ever to get Medicare for a disability for being with her cancer, it wouldn't cover Jim at all. He especially would have to be on Medicaid.
Parameters or whatnot in Colorado are. I don't know if they're the same throughout the whole country or what, because I know every state has their own form of Medicare.
Medicaid.
But yeah, that's one of the main things that we have to look into before or right after we move there. Let's see here. Yeah, well, I don't know if we're under Medicaid or Medicare. I think Jerry said Medicare. I don't remember. And I don't have my wallet. All I know is it's called United Health. That's what it says on my card. That's all I remember. Let's see here. Let's see. Okay, you live in Waynesville. Okay, you're not too far away from me. And yeah, Waynesville is a nice area. No, federal law is Medicaid. Trump. Yeah, I don't think we use Medicaid. I think we have Medicare. We are not Trump fans, and that's all I'm going to say. When I lived in Georgia, I lived next to Moody Air Force Base. Now I live close to Fort Leonard. So you went from an Air Force base to an Army fort. That's great. Let's see here. Medicaid and Medicare are different, right? I do believe we have Medicare, not Medicaid.
Oh, stop.
Are you sure about that, Sandra? Because I thought Jerry told me Medicare. Anyhow, I know she wasn't referring to Trump, but it was Trump that screwed up a lot of the federal assistance programs like Medicaid and Medicare. And I don't want to talk about it because, well, and I don't care if it was Mr. Trump or President Trump, yeah. Let's not talk about that because I will get irate because of the things that he did before he was the president and the things he screwed up when he was the president. That's my opinion.
Oh, Lord.
Well, like I said, Sandra, I don't know if it's Medicare or Medicaid. They're two different things, and without going and looking or talking to Jerry, I don't know. My personal opinions about Trump. If you don't like it, tough luck.
Wow.
Yep. That's not only the magic of the First Amendment, it's also the magic of God. Because God gave us the free will to think and say what we feel.
He's getting angry.
I wouldn't buy anything from that. Sandra, just stop. I don't need to do that.
Hold on. I don't know. He's saying Sandra or Chandra. I don't know who he's saying, but whoever's got him going, thank you. I needed this laugh. My knee is bent and throbbing, but I needed this. Thank you, Sandra, whoever.
Try to keep religion out of this vlog today. I don't need to get political. So you have your opinion.
It's Sandra.
I have my opinion.
He's here in the chat. Hold on. I love it. I can't even stop him right. I didn't say anything. It's me, Dy-Dee. No, you didn't, Sandra. Whoa, he's on a rant. Why is he on the rant? Sorry. Is it just over the Medicaid and Medicare that he's getting mad at? Good job, Sandra. Oh, sorry. Oh my
I
God.
don't exactly know what that is. Oh man.
Oh man.
But anyhow, whatever.
Trump, he's mad at.
Jesus, I lost my train of thought.
So
So basically, right now, what we're doing is trying to get the house set up. And, we're going through everything little by little to
he's really heated. He's really heated. He's really heated over Trump for real. They should have some of these questions answered. I bet Jay would put Jay's name on his clothes. I'm sorry. He's really mad over Trump. He's jealous of his tan and hair. His glasses are crooked. Oh, he's growling.
I am. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I shouldn't have, had chat open, because somebody's always trying to steer me down a wrong direction, and that's one of the reasons why I'm using that.
Sandra, you took him down the wrong direction. He's just getting warmed up. Oh boy. I didn't see this.
I'm more of an animal person than a people person. But
Wait.
it doesn't matter who mentioned him. He's on the American side.
He's an animal person, not a people person, but he doesn't seem to love Oreo too much. He seems really irritated with Oreo. So if you're an animal person, wouldn't you love that dog? Where I mean, Operation Warp Speed was pretty cool. Greatest human achievement ever. Oh, he's really derailed right here, Sandra. Let's see what you brought out of him. Here we go. I know something's coming. Did you get blocked?
The way I feel.
Uh-oh. Oh, look at him. Oh, wow. I haven't seen nothing yet.
It's times like this that reminds me of one of the reasons why I was such an introvert in the first place. I hoped that this forum would be an easier way for me to become an expert, but there are too many things people want to bring up or talk about, whether it doesn't matter who brought it up or whatnot. It's just, everybody has their own opinions about, past presidents, current president. They had a lot of people had misconceptions about one person or another. I mean, a lot of people did not like.
So he's going off this whole moving and stuff and going to the president because you brought that up. I don't know. I need to check. I told him I'm sure I was going to get put in a timeout. I think you're told when you're put in a timeout. I think.
Ronald Reagan because of his Reaganomics, but the military sure loved him because he was one of those guys that just would say, "Oh,
She didn't bring up.
they just started playing out of there with the Native Americans coming back to the state on vacation. Go get them." And just look at his military commanders and say, "Go get them." The Bush family was more interested in protecting their rights in Saudi Arabia than Saudi Arabian people. Clinton. Clinton was an airhead, plain and general, plain and simple. People didn't like Obama because he was black.
I just want to address where to go. Jerry is afraid of you, Diane. Arlene, I don't think she's afraid of me because I don't know. She was the one that reached out to me via Instagram and sent me all her medical documents. That's where some trouble did start, but that's in the past. Who cares? But the medical documents, they were definitely altered. There was misspellings. There was, like if they're the numeric, it was like done a certain way. One was bold, one was italic, one was, they didn't match up when you seen it. So, I mean, if I showed it today, I'd still get in trouble for showing those medical documents. And that's what they wanted. That's when the reporter was there. And that's when Jim's muffled again. I'll try to fix that, Debbie. And he might just be muffled because the speaker is still right on my laptop. It might be him, but we'll check. They wanted me to speak to the newspaper person. It was beyond ridiculous, but let's see if it sounds better. It might be him mumbling a little bit because he's a little mad. You are nice and loud, but he is low. Hold on. I don't know if I could turn this bad boy up anymore. Oh, hold on. Give me a minute. Let's see. Where's the plus sign? Boom, 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 boom.
Volume max.
Okay, I got volume maxed. Okay. Oh, hello. Didn't I have it that way a minute ago or no?
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. Try this.
Yeah, a lot of Americans did not like Obama just because of his skin color. Obama started doing a lot good for the American president, for the American people. And it came to the Trump Hillary.
She had suppressed.
People didn't want Hillary in office because she was a woman. So
Wait.
politics. That's why
Did he say he didn't want her in the office because she's a woman?
People.
Wow. Okay. You let Jerry run your household.
I voted for her because Trump didn't have any experience in politics whatsoever. And then we have Joe Biden. Joe Biden had plenty of experience with politics. And that's why I voted for him. Not because I didn't like Trump. It was because of the fact that Trump was going to be president, period. But, yeah, I'm sorry, Red. Okay, PK. You know what? I'm just going to say this. I don't really worry about politics. I'm pretty much like my father. You can take every politician out there, dump them on a deserted island with an oar, just a single oar, and say whoever can figure out how to get back to the mainland wins the ability to become president. Nowadays, I just sit there and go, country's going downhill. It doesn't matter who's president unless they can pull our asses out of the fire. But anyhow. Okay. Well, you know, like I said, I don't know. I'm really not that well informed about the difference between Medicaid and Medicare. I know we have one. Our card says United Health. I don't know if that's Medicaid or Medicare. I also know that which one ever.
How long did you stay on this subject? For quite some time? Like Jerry said, like he said, Jerry wasn't talking about her ex. Yes, she was. There's a video. And you know what? I saved 2 videos, and 2 of them are now private. And one of them had in there where she said the ED. I didn't get it in time. So I hope the other group of women got it.
Whatever it is getting my wife the help that she needs medically. That's all I know about it too. So. Yeah, I know, Sandra. I know. I don't really want to be frosty, but yeah, I know what you mean there, DMR. You have a good day. I will say this much: my knowledge is limited when it comes to all this Medicaid, Medicare. It's limited to a lot of different things going on in this country because I have just become so tired of the constant, you know, the whole. A lot of things that go on in this country does not make any sense to me. To me, it seems like this country is gone ass backwards. Now, I'm not going to point a finger.
Why is he going this route? Why isn't he continuing to Colorado and Jerry and getting things done? What the heck happened? Lord, I hope he gets better.
Figure out who caused it or when it started, because personally, it seemed like ever since I got back from Germany, let's say, I can remember as far back as the 90s and realizing how our country was starting to slide out of the popularity race. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, we don't have to worry about being popular. We're America. If you look at America and look at American history, though, we fucked up. We fucked up the moment we started pushing the Native American people to the side. We fucked up when we traded.
You know what, Jim? You messed up when you had shin splints and couldn't do the Navy or whatever Army, whatever you were going to do. You weren't man enough to do that. So don't sit here and blame mankind for messing up, because what did you do to contribute to help it? You still don't even have a part-time job.
Traded with the Dutch traders, black slaves from Africa. We fucked up when we had a war over the North and the South. We probably even fucked up during the Revolutionary War because we didn't want to be under somebody else's thumb. But here we are nowadays, under the thumb of the political regime. But the thing is, ever since the late 80s, early 90s, this country is like sliding backwards. Yet, I can look at Forbes magazine and see that the top 5 nations are not even American. They're Norway or Denmark or England, places like that. We're like number 25 or number 50, and I'm like,
well, Jim, you sure not at number 1, so calm down.
We can't even get over ourselves to even be anywhere near the top 10 of Forbes magazine's best places, the best countries of the world. We bicker and argue about some of the dumbest shit around. And it's like this whole, back when it was like, oh, Black Lives Matter. You know what? No, not Black lives. All lives matter. Don't matter minority groups or certain groups, ethnic groups get treated.
Don't walk in their shoes. You do not see what they go through. You do not endure what they go through. So many different people of different races and different colors endure things. When I was down south, you could see it clear as day. They profiled my son for having a Puerto Rican flag in the car. You know, the little Puerto Rican flag. Yeah, he got pulled over every chance he could. They pull you over, Jim, with your beard and your missing teeth and you maybe your American flag. Doubtful. For no reason.
You know,
Nightcap.
Sandra, you know what? This is not, whatever. You don't like my language? That's fine. I am pretty sure back in their day they had certain words that were not appreciated either. But the thing is, it's not about the word. It's about how you use it. See, this is another thing. Just right here. Two people who are not upset. Two people who are upset about my language, and they want to bring God into it, and it has nothing to do with God right now. It has to do with us. It has to do with us, the people who live our lives. There are too many people out there who are worried about how people, language. I can speak.
You could speak some really mean, harsh words to mainly women. And also, if you're so tough and big and bad, why can't you work more than 6 hours or 5 hours a day? Most men your age are working 8 to 10, 12 hours a day. But you sit at home with your mom and Jerry, okay? I bet your hands are softer than mine.
German, and I can curse people out in German. Does it make it right? No. But I am so sick of people who, I'm just sick and tired of people who want to sit there and, I mean, yeah, I might be guilty of it too, but it doesn't make it right. You're waving a Bible around like it's the ultimate, this is the ultimate language. Really, I am pretty sure Jesus.
Well, I'm pretty sure I don't like looking at your background. I'm pretty sure I don't like looking at your apothecary, whatever the flip that is, and your little Nordic type style flags and such. So, Jerry, didn't she take all her crosses down in her room and put that all up in her room? Boy, they kind of switched real quick, huh?
Jesus, when he got pissed off, cursed out quite a few people, especially when he was flipping tables in church because people were selling wares or doing things in church that he did not like. It was his house and people were doing things that he did not like. Well, this is my house and I don't like a lot of things, but you know what? That's me. I know I've got anger issues. I know I've got issues in one form or another. Doesn't make it right or wrong. So if you want to get mad of me using the F word, why don't you get mad at Jesus for flipping tables? Why don't you get mad at people of the Bible who did things that in today's world would be not acceptable?
In today's world, there's a lot not acceptable. So much. There's so many things coming down, so much history being taken away. Back in the day, if your parent tapped you on your butt or anything, it wasn't considered capital punishment. Nowadays when kids walk all over parents and teachers and everything and are disrespectful, well, you know what? It could be because so much things have changed because maybe you might have needed a little bit. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be rude, but the way he speaks is awful.
Yeah, here we come with the Bible thumpers.
He said Bible thumpers. Wow.
Well, just Heather, you know what? I've had a lot of people disrespect me. You know, I don't have to be prim and proper to believe in Jesus. I don't have to be prim and proper to read the Bible, because if everybody who read the Bible had to be prim and proper, there would be millions of people who don't read the Bible because they're not prim and proper in the first place. So don't go telling me what's right, what's wrong. I don't remember reading anything in the Bible about saying you can't curse. The only thing the Bible says is do not take my name and can't remember the words, but basically it says don't use God's name improperly.
In vain.
Didn't say anything about cursing.
In vain.
We are going to try to get new homes. We are actually going to try to buy a plot of land, roughly about an acre to maximum of 2 acres, and do whatever we have to get the land prepped for 2 mobile homes, one for Mom, one for me and Jerry. Gail, you have never seen my temper go off in a long time. So, temper, go elsewhere with your think you're better than me, holier than thou type attitude.
Wow.
I am really getting tired of people doing that holier than thou.
He should end his live.
He who has
at this point, when he starts getting that upset, he should end his live. Wish everyone a good day and be done.
Ye who has no sin can toss the first stone. I don't know anybody who does not have a sin of one form or another.
Oh, we just called Gail out.
In fact, the only pure person that ever roamed this planet was Jesus himself. So, take your holier than thou attitude elsewhere. Yes, I do. I do understand that it does talk a lot about anger, but I can curse without being angry. There are people out there who curse all the time without anger. It's a form of expression, not just, mood or attitude. You know what? The only subscribers that I would be worried about losing are the people who've been here longer than everybody else. And I know they're not always here to comment, but I know they're around. They pop up every so often. So a lot of the new subscribers who are coming onto my channel because they want to gawk or they want to basically tell me what other people are saying, or basically be one of the people from the various hate channels coming on here trying to stir up shit, which I think at least 2 or 3 of you are doing. And I'm not going to say your names, but I'm pretty sure at least 2 of you, maybe 3 of you, are from the other channels, and I'm not going to mention their names because they're not worth my time nor my breath.
Really? They were nice to you. They let you in. They let you speak. I let you speak.
I wish I had a third device to switch over to my my Pinterest, not Pinterest, my Instagram channel. We've got a lot of old Nordic sayings or old sayings about friends. True friends will never leave you, but those who are disguised as friends will abandon you when the boat starts to rock.
I agree with that one.
Yes, it is okay to be angry. You know why? Because if you try to stuff that in like I used to in the past, it will blow up and be more than just anger. It will be violent. And my psychiatrist is always telling me not to hold it in, to let it out. So if you guys don't like me letting it out on my channel, well, that's your problem. This is.
So he gets violent. So if he gets violent, how could he be a caretaker? That has to be in his medical records. Really, if he's going to be a caretaker, I would think they would look at his mental records. That maybe that's just me.
My channel. How do I know what, Heather? You need to be more specific with your pronouns.
Wow.
Because if you're going to just sit there and go, I don't know about other channels, but what, it don't make no sense. That's right, PK. And I'm sorry if you don't like, just the one word, because I can think of, I can think of a lot of other words I could be using. Gail, in what way did I hurt your feelings? Just because of one word, one simple word. See, that just goes to prove my theory. The theory that I said yesterday, and I said earlier.
Yeah, brother.
A man can tell 1,000 truths, but the moment he says one lie, people will cling to that one lie like shit like flies on shit. Because I used to be on those channels, some of those people and I used to actually talk like friends and act like friends, and I was being sincere with my friendship until they turned on me. And then I recognized names. Simple as that. I recognize names. You know, it's not hard to forget certain names. But I will say this much. I'm not worried. I don't worry about anything. Because if I were to worry about things like I used to, I would be a nervous freaking wreck. I would be on the verge of jumping off the proverbial cliff every day of my life. And I realized there's no need for it. There's no necessity for it. It causes too much trouble and causes me not to want to do what I have to do, what I need to do. Okay, I don't have to make everybody.
So if you get so angry with something like this, right? I don't know about you, but I'll walk away. I'll go somewhere. I'll go in another room. Will I still speak? Will I even talk to myself? Yes, I will. But he's staying here on video and releasing it all.
Make everybody happy. In fact, it is virtually impossible to make everybody happy. So the only person I worry about being happy is myself and my wife, my family, basically. My mom, I sometimes have trouble making her happy because she seems to be miserable about every little thing.
Are you no? He just said his mom seems to be miserable about every little thing. If you could see sign language right now, I've been called out for this before, and I'll be called out for it again, but I'm giving you the middle finger right now. Boom. Guess what? Your mom is the one that takes care of you and your wife. Your wife makes you angry. Your mother is tired of putting up with it. Do you get it at this age? Do you understand that yet?
Okay. That's fine, PK. You choose what you want to do. Exactly. False friends, people who basically just come on here to gather information and then take it over to other channels or make their own channel to basically stir up shit on the internet. You know, you weren't sincere being on my friend list. You weren't sincere enough to be here as a friend, as somebody who wants to.
I have to say something. Because I was very sincere when I welcomed Jim on the channel. I was very sincere about letting him open it up. I was very sincere that he needed some mental health. He needed to worry about himself. He needs to say no to Jerry. He needs to worry about himself. He needs to not put anybody first until he loves himself and can take care of himself. But yet, whatever. Hi, Redhead.
Okay. Bye, Michelle, whoever you are. I just, I'm not here just to talk. I'm here to make friends. I'm here to be with other people who are like-minded. And if they're not going to be like-minded and they're going to cause problems and they're going to stir up shit, why do I need you around? That's not real friendship. That's basically somebody who wants to be here and make your life miserable because their life is miserable.
Deb, that would be the perfect dream if Sally got sold and got her own apartment.
Okay, PK, it's fine.
Oh, PK is making him mad.
Exactly. There is no sense of worrying. Jesus wins in the end.
What is that water running in the background with him? He's clumping.
That's all right. I have the same problem with typos. See, let me explain something to you guys, because this is something that a lot of people are either misunderstanding or taking the wrong way. Okay, I was born and raised into a Christian family, even though every 3 years or so we moved to someplace new because my dad's career in the Air Force. Okay, I've gone through a lot of Christian churches and locations and whatnot around the world, practically around the world. Okay, I was a Christian up until my 15th birthday, or shortly after my 15th birthday, because I had 4 members die within 18 months. 2 aunts, my grandmother, and my father. Okay, I did not know how to take it. Nobody around me knew how to console me or help me out or anything like that. I was
Okay. I don't know. How old did he say he was?
50.
No, when
40.
everyone died, well, I don't know how old he said he was. So that's my
15.
fault. But I do want to say that in 5 years' time, my boys, who one was 50, well, no, one was 13 and one was 6. Within 5 years, they lost their poppy, their uncle, their nana, and I lost 7 cousins. So, and they have not been mentally like this. I'm just lost that he blames everything on that. He's needed some type of medical attention, not medical, mental attention for some time. And as a mother, the mother should have seen that. And I no disrespect to Sally. It's hard being a single mom, but there's still chance for him. He needs medication.
lost.
He does.
In all accounts, lost because I didn't know what to do. My mom didn't know how to help me. My aunt, my cousins didn't know how to help me. I was on my own. I went seeking knowledge. I went seeking understanding. I read just about every printed religion you can find in a bookstore. Okay. 90% of those books did not click with me. They didn't stick. The only books that stuck with me was Native American shamanism. And I wasn't reading it for the religious factor. I was reading it for knowledge. I was reading it for entertainment. Okay. When my mom and I moved to Missouri, one of her best friends, one of the people that she became best friends, invited us to go to her church. We went to her church.
Are we going to hear about the church didn't lend the mother money? I have never known a church to lend money, but maybe borrow. But I don't know. Whatever.
Good pastor, great man. I found myself again. Okay. I found myself back in. I remember the man turned around and said, "Why is there only why is there one set of footprints when I need you the most?" And Jesus answered, "Because I'm carrying you." Okay.
Quit playing with what you're playing with.
Actually, it wasn't even New York. When we got back here to Missouri 1 year, like 3 years ago, maybe more, my mom gave Jan and I Ancestry.com test kits, DNA test kits. And I found out more about who my ancestors were.
Oh, here goes the Nordic, right?
A lot of my ancestry, my Henson side, because I had an aunt who thought she knew everything about the Hensons, and she was so far off. It's pathetic, but that's beside the point. So I started reading Norse mythology and various books about the Norse people and the Vikings. And yes, I got interested in a lot of their mythology and a lot of their lifestyle. And yes, I started thinking about the different deities and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, I still return to Jesus. So, you guys can think that I'm a pagan or whatever. Yes, my dad did serve Air Force. You can think I'm a pagan. You can think I'm not Christian, the whole 9 yards. But that's bunkus. Because at the end of the day, I'm always back in God's arms. Let's see here. I'm supposed to.
Well, didn't he make fun of people like cheating and being divorced or whatever? Well, isn't that what you're doing with God? You're like going back and forth. So you're cheating on God to be Nordic, and then you're running back and going into his arms for protection, then going back. You're making no sense.
Thinks they're president. Okay. Yankee phone. It can't read my Southern accent. But thank you, Becky. Thanks for your dad's service. Okay, I misread that. Yes. 20-year Air Force. Jim, maybe you should give your mom some grace because you have been unhappy many times, especially with Jerry. Yeah, I do give my mom a lot of grace, but since she's on board with the rest of us for going to Colorado, I have to remind myself to remind her and try to be gentle about it because I think the faster we get this house dealt with, the faster we can get out to Colorado.
Wow.
I think it would help you to Okay, counseling. You know, I do have counseling. I do speak to a counselor. I've dealt with my past. And the problem with my past is, you know, I've dealt with it. I'm fine with what has happened. But it's one of those things that a lot of people have to understand that in a time of my life that I needed my father the most, or a father figure that was a good character or is a good character, was not there for me.
No, hold up.
I basically had to learn.
Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Do you know how many single moms there are that are doing the job of both parents? And then if your child needs, you know, if you have a boy, you know, there's uncles, there's cousins, there's someone you can reach out to. He's getting mad at all this. Well, if you 18 years old, seek counseling, you do things as you grow older, you mature, you go ahead and you fix the things that don't work instead of coming here and completely blaming your mom for maybe do you know how she was grieving? Do you know what she was enduring? You don't. You weren't walking in her shoes. So don't pass judgment on your mother.
I had to learn everything: shaving, you know, hormones, the whole ball of wax that a teenager deals with.
Teenager.
You know, I was on my own with that. So,
well, I taught my son how to shave. I don't know any other single mothers, but it's not real difficult to teach your son how to shave. You give him an empty razor and you teach them what way to go up and down. And then you stay in there with him. So no, I'm sorry. I don't have sympathy for when it comes like this.
So yeah, but I'm fine with my past. It's not that I'm over it, but I understand it more. I understand, you know, I look back at it nowadays and go, maybe the reason why God took my father at such a young age is because I needed to be able to learn these things, to look back at these things and go, oh, look at how much I've actually learned. Look at all the stuff I've achieved. You know, it helps my current present, because there are times in my present where I go, oh man, I'm such a failure. I'm not going to be able to do this. I can't do this. I can't do that. But then I look back at my past and go, oh, wait a minute. Everybody before you hit grade 10 said that you would never succeed past your grade. Basically, everybody in the military was saying I was slow, that I would never get to my grade level. I would always be 2 grades behind. But now I look at...
Didn't he say in the military they said he wouldn't get past his grade level, but yet he did the best on his test in school? Okay, but how did he do the best on that test, the military test? I'm lost.
Myself going, my reading teacher in the middle of 12th grade, before I, you know, basically dropped out of high school and got my GED, said that I was reading college grade material on metaphysics. So,
were you comprehending it?
Excuse me.
Your lies are perfect. They come and tell Jim how to live his. Yeah, exactly. When your lies are perfect, come and tell me how to live mine. Otherwise, don't tell me how to live mine.
No one has a perfect life. Nobody. I got his GED. I thought he graduated.
Just started watching
No, before I thought he said he had graduated.
drinking alcohol with psychotropic drugs. Also smart, since you are bipolar, as it can. Nurse in Pink. First off,
our nurse in pink left. Hold on, she's gonna miss this.
like, you're not perfect, so
yes, I did.
Second off, I very rarely drink alcohol nowadays, and I have not felt any ill effects except for helping me go to sleep. So, you know, and if you are from Diane's group, Diane or JP's,
What? Why has he always got to mention me? I haven't even been doing any lives really. Like, seriously. JHB got a shout out too. Hold on. Everyone else should.
I don't need your kind around me. Well, nurse, since you're not my doctor nor a nurse of mine, your advice is ill taken, because I don't know you from a hole in the ground. Of course, I know, you could have been something my dog just dug up in the yard. We found this weird metal bar looking thing. So, you know, you know,
I don't know what that has to do with anything.
like I said, since she's not registered to my my medical care or my wife's medical care, I could care less. It could be just somebody's name, you know. And yes, I do remember her in one of Diane, or not Diane's, one of JPH's chats.
Remember who?
And so, yeah. Until you can prove to me you're a registered nurse
Oh, Nurse in Pink. Okay.
and you're registered dealing with my kind of problems, I don't care what you say. You're basically barking up the wrong tree. Tina, I can understand she's trying to give me sound advice, but since her advice means nothing to me because I don't know her from a hole in the wall, she could be, just some random Jane.
Hold up. He don't know anybody in here from a hole in the wall, okay? So, but you'll take money from the people that you don't know from a hole in the wall. But you'll take friend mail from people you don't know from a hole in the wall. You'll take birthday gifts and Christmas gifts. Shut up, Jim Henson.
Talking whatever.
Hi, Lyric.
Yes. Let's see here. Told you Yankee phone. Yeah. I encourage you to order the Breaking Hell's economy book. I'll have to look into that. I've never heard of such a book, but yeah, I'll have to look into that. Hey, Haley. Nice to see you too. Jim, if a question makes you uncomfortable, maybe skip over it. You don't owe anybody any explanations. You're right, Tina. I should be. I just read them sometimes. Let's see here. But what about mixing marijuana product with your psychotic medications? Is your doctor or okay with? I'm not sure exactly. Well, Heather, I don't mix marijuana with my products or with my medication. What I do take is like the CBD gummies.
Oh,
They're
see.
very low in marijuana, and I use them mostly for going to sleep or when I'm in severe pain. Just like the doctor said, it was okay for me to take low dosage marijuana to help with the aches and pains. I also have a variety of other medications that are over-the-counter medications for my aches and pains, and the one the doctor basically warned me about is basically not Advil. I can't remember the name of it. Was it Tylenol? No, it was Excedrin. Don't use Excedrin. Is the one thing he told me not to do. But my current doctor is
Kathy, I mean, Sally needs to get out fast. Jerry, no, she could stay because she runs him. That's why he's so angry.
okay with my marijuana usage because I only use it once in the morning and once in the evening time. And the one that I use twice a day is basically it's the oils. It's basically like a vape pen, and it just basically helps with my pain. But otherwise, the doctor is not too worried about it. He did give me a list of things to watch out for if just in case, basically. I think it's funny how people say that they are nurses and just expect us to believe it. Anyone can call themselves a medical professional. It doesn't mean they are one. That, and from what I understand, most medical professionals, if they do get on to a chat room that's not theirs, will not tell people they are medical. They won't even use a medical term in their name. That's why I don't trust people who just come on here and say, I'm a medical person, blah, blah, blah. Let's see here. I've never read anything on any of my prescription bottles saying do not take marijuana, do not use certain products with this product. So
They haven't gotten there yet, Jim, because it's not legal everywhere, but one day it may be there. So you might want to ask your pharmacist or your doctor if you could take THC with different types of medicines.
Oh, hey, Jerry, thank you very much for jumping on and clarifying that.
Oh, there's Jerry.
Yeah. Caps, that's all right. I'm trying to get your point across. You use a vape pen and gummies. Oh, gross, that would scare me. I don't use them simultaneously. Sometimes I'll use the gummy without the vape pen. And like I said, these are CBD gummies, so they're like a really low level marijuana product. In fact, I think they're the lowest level you can get. Um, hey, October Girl is here. So what if you do, Jim? It's nobody's business. I understand. Limited alcohol, recreational drug use, limited, not prohibited. It is what it says. Thank you, Jerry. um, Thank you, Tina. That was very nice of you to say that. I live in Rhode Island, and I walk the top of my street, and there isn't no one's business but yours and your family. Exactly. Um, oh gosh, I'm sorry. I misread that, Heather. I'm starting to get pie-eyed from looking at my screen for too long, and I'm pretty sure Jerry got on here to let me know that I've been on here for a very long time, 94 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and start signing off because we do have a lot of things to talk about and deal with. So, excuse me, I am going to start signing off. Excuse me. Wait. I actually enjoyed today's chat. Granted, I didn't do a Bible one. Two reasons. One, I wanted to do a live and talk to people about what's been going on and just general stuff.
Night, sis.
And
Sorry.
my head is like hurting from reading, not only just this, but the print on this one Bible I have, and I'm not going to go out and buy a new one, is really small. So I'm having trouble like focusing after a while. Yeah, no, you're right. I didn't remember things.
Does anything else happen that need to be seen?
Well, I understand you guys want me to be careful and try not to have any horrible reactions. That's why I am monitoring everything I do, which was one of the biggest things the doctor said is, you can do whatever you want as long as you don't, do certain things. Information is basically on the bottles, and the psychotropic bottles basically say no alcohol, no recreational drugs, limit, not prohibited.
Limit, not
Yeah,
prohibited.
I watch. I monitor my heart.
Limit.
My heartbeat. I monitor.
Limit, not something. Drugs, really? Zaza, sorry to see you leaving. It's almost done. I know it's a longer live than I normally do. I don't think his doctor said that at all, Amy.
My breathing. I monitor how I feel. And if I have any adverse effects or anything like that, I just stop doing what I was doing and try to find something else that will help me with my pain, because things like Icy Hot or any of the external roll-on type medications will only do so much for the surface issues, but the internal aches and pains and things that just can't, that I can soak my leg in lidocaine and still have pain. That's when I look towards, the other stuff. And there have been one or two times where I have literally soaked my leg in Icy Hot. Like I literally keep going until my arms are
basically he's done, guys.
But,
we only have like 3 minutes left, so I don't think he's going to hit on a bunch more. So there's a lot of people that are getting tired, and I'm so sorry that lasted so long. I think I'm over the 2-hour mark, and usually I don't like to go that long because I know, everyone's got things to do. Before we leave, is there anyone that has any questions or anything they want to talk about? I'm definitely going to keep covering the Hensons. Like I said, my fibromyalgia has been acting up. The knee, there's issues. It's bending. I can walk and everything, but it's not letting me walk correctly. And there's just a few issues. Thank you, Catherine. So guys, you know me, I always tell you this, and I probably will say it every time, that I'm always coming back. It may be a bit, something might keep me down. If it does keep me down, what I normally do is go ahead and put it on my community tab to let you know, I'm going to be going live or that something is going on. So I do try to keep you guys posted as much as possible. He needs inpatient care. Yeah, I mean, needed. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Something is needed. I know he said, "Have a good night, Rachel." I know he did say that he's still going to counseling, and I remember him saying and he was doing it every other week, like on a Tuesday, and doing it virtual. Well, there might come a point in time that he needs to do it more than virtual, you know. But guys, it's been real. It's been fun. Thank you for listening to me. I hope you were able to hear everything a little better tonight. Maybe I can figure out a little bit of a better setup. But you guys know me. I will be back. Good night, guys.
T minus 30 seconds. T minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yo, all these thoughts keep me up at night, yeah. What am I doing? Did I do it right? Yeah, all these thoughts keep me up at night, yeah. I can't think straight, need the light. I need to breathe, get me up and out of the sheets, onto my feet. Another cup of coffee and me, that's what I need. My eyes puffy, I can't see. I'm too tired to function, but too lost to sleep. Hey, I think I need to be on something medication. I think I need to figure out the segregation. I think I needed just a better education to understand a world that's so complicated. Intoxicated, every night faded, just so I can sleep, thinking that it's faded. I feel hated, I feel hatred. I'm lost deep in my mind that I created. I have dreams when my life is devastated. Feel so real that I wake up shaking. You think it's big, cause this life is no haven. Nod your head if you get what I'm saying. All these thoughts keep me up at night, yeah. What am I doing? Did I do it right? Yeah. All these thoughts keep me up at night, yeah. I can't think straight, need the light, yo. All these thoughts keep me up at night, yeah. What am I doing? Did I do it right? Yeah. All these thoughts keep me up at night, yeah. I can't think straight, need the light. I don't really think I understand this world now. Got my head spinning round in a circle. Everybody lacks what they need internal, so they compensate with everything external. Not trying to throw shade, no way. I'm just trying to find the meaning of life, hey. There's happiness if you try to live the right way. Forget about what others have and live your life, hey. Be aware of who you are, what you're good at. Take a step forward, see where your foot's at. Stand tall, stand proud, talk loud. Every word out your mouth has purpose now. You just gotta get rid of the bad thoughts. Hating others cause you know that they got a lot. Forget that though, you got plenty. You're alive in this life, you got time, go get it. All these thoughts keep me up at night, yeah. What am I doing? Did I do it right? Yeah.